Hey guys, welcome to Mad Scientist BBQ. I'm Jeremy Yoder, and today we're doing a head-to-head comparison between the Franklin pit, the Goldee's pit, and the TMG Volunteer. They're all great pits, but we're going to do briskets on each of these and compare the results so you have more information when you're making choices about what pit you want to buy. There are briskets on all these smokers. I trimmed them like I always do. I seasoned them like I always do. You guys have seen me do that a million times. So we're gonna focus from this point on in the cook because they've been on these smokers for about 7.5 hours. We're gonna wrap them very soon, but I want you to get a look at them and kind of check the differences in terms of bark, in terms of fat render, and in terms of temperature, because I've been running these things a little differently. I'm trying to make the best brisket on each one that I can. So the Franklin pit, I've been running at 275. The Goldee's pit, I've been running mostly at 250 to 275. And the TMG Volunteer, I've been running at about 225. So the temperatures sound different, but the cook is pretty similar in terms of how far along these briskets are. With all that being said, let's take a look at the brisket in the TMG Volunteer. All right, here we go. So I put this in a cooler part of the smoker. Let's check the center of the point. We're about 181, and we've been running the lowest temps in this pit. I should clarify, we've been running the lowest indicated temperatures. So let's move on to the Goldee's pit. Oh, I should say, we have good dark bark on there. It's not quite as barky as I would prefer. Maybe give it a little bit more time, maybe burn a little bit richer smoke, but so far, I'm pretty happy with it. Goldee's pit next. So let's check the center of the point on this one. 162, 161. So it's in the stall, but it's definitely behind the Volunteer. With that one, dark bark. I think it still needs a little bit more time before it gets wrapped, and I'm going to wrap these the way I always do. Butcher paper, smoked tallow, you guys know the drill. But I think looking at the progress right now and the kind of bark that's accumulated is going to be helpful to you to get a sense of how these things want to cook. They're all using oak wood, all the same kind of thing. It's the same conditions. They're just one right next to the other. So as much as I can do to be consistent, I'm doing, except I'm running at different indicated temperatures simply because these cookers have different airflow and they cook differently. Lastly, let's look at the Franklin. This one is definitely the darkest, and it's got the kind of gnarliest bark. And so you can see I can just kind of poke through the fat. This is rendered really well. This thing's ready to wrap. You guys can kind of see it there. It just sinks in. That guy's ready to go. Oh, and temperature, I'm going to guess 185. Not far off, 183. So those are the results that I'm getting at this point in the cook. This brisket right here on the Franklin pit, I'm going to wrap right now. The one on the Goldee's pit, I'll probably wrap in about an hour. The one on the TMG Volunteer, I'll probably wrap in 15-20 minutes. So that's the plan. I will check in with you in the morning after these have rested, and then we're going to slice them up, and we're going to see if we can tell differences in fat render, in smoke flavor profile, and finally in just kind of the quality of the overall product, things that we may pick up from just actually slicing it up and taking a bite. So we'll check in with you in the morning. We'll see you then. Here we have our 3 briskets. They rested overnight, and we're going to compare bark, smoke, and just overall cooking characteristics. Let me give you the rundown of my experience running those 3 pits. First, the easiest by far was the Franklin. I mean, it just does its job. There's nothing really to adjust, and you can use huge splits and just put half of it in and it just kind of eats it up. It's totally fine. The Goldee's pit, still pretty easy to use. We can have a nice big coal bed. It really wants to draw well, but it was a little slower with it configured the way that I had it, with the damper mostly closed. And we're running about 275, 285 most of the time. And then finally, the TMG Volunteer cooks the fastest, requires a little bit more fire maintenance, and that one has the most space. So those are just my subjective impressions while cooking. Let's see what it did to these briskets. First up, the Franklin brisket. A little bit of a bald spot there where we had some liquid cooling, but other than that, really nice dark bark. Nothing seems burned. Really pleased with this. These are choice, by the way. Yeah, you can see right here the fat's rendered really well. Bark on the underside isn't completely washed out. That's good. Bark on the meat side is still pretty good. That's good. Really nice bark. Good smoke flavor, not great. Just a really solid brisket. Very pleased with that. I'm gonna kind of rush through these because I'm about to jump on a plane to go to Texas, which is fitting, I think. Let's move on to the next brisket. TMG. Bark isn't quite as dark. Looks really nice. Nothing is burned. Everything is soft on the outside. Looks pretty good. Definitely had a lot more liquid in this one. Let's see how we did. Looks pretty good. Pretty darn juicy. Fat render looks pretty good. Let's take a slice, but on this one, I want to do the end cut. So here we can see the fat's rendered pretty well. It's not completely, but pretty good. End cut. Oh, that's quite nice. That's really nice. This is juicier than the one we cooked on the Franklin. The bark isn't quite as dark. The smoke flavor on this is kind of on par with the Franklin. It's really nice. It's definitely there. It's not super intense, but really, really nice. And this is the juiciest brisket. Now, these are 3 separate briskets, so that could come into play, but this is the juiciest one so far. Let's compare it to the Goldee's brisket. Now keep in mind, I didn't use the Goldee's method on this because I wanted to use the same method on all 3. But this one has really nice dark bark. Looks really good. Everything is soft on the outside still, nothing is burned. So on the bark score, it's doing really well. Let's cut into it and taste it. This one also looks juicy. So here we didn't render the fat quite as well as I would have liked. It's okay. Bark looks great. This is nice and juicy. Everything is soft. Let's take a bite. Definitely strongest smoke flavor. It's a really good brisket. But it also took the longest to cook, and I think because we had the airflow really nice and slow in there, it didn't render the fat quite as well as I would have liked. But here, let me cut one more slice and taste that. Really nice. If you asked me to choose one of these, I'd be hard pressed to choose one. You know, I go back and forth. First I'm like the TMG, it was so juicy, it was smoky, it was good. Then I'm like the Franklin, had really nice bark, had good texture. Then it's like the Goldee's is the smokiest, the bark looks really nice. It's like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. It's what you prefer. The Franklin is the easiest to run. The Goldee's pit is also very easy to run and it's got more space. The TMG has the most space of all, but I think requires a little bit more fire management to get it to do what you want. So it's just a matter of preference. It's like, what are you going to pay for? The pits range in price from $4,200 to $5,200. If you need more space, you might want to get something like a Volunteer or a Goldee's pit. If you're looking for like just a killer 1 or 2 brisket cooker, I'd go to the Franklin. It's the easiest to run. It'll just do its thing and it's safer. If the temp bumps to 325, just because of how the airflow moves in there, you're fine. Whereas in the TMG, if the temp bumps to 325, that's definitely too hot. It's all just preference. Now, if you force me to choose one of these briskets, I think I couldn't even choose. I mean, they're all really good. If I went to a restaurant and I ate these, I'd be like, oh, this tastes great. Yeah, I just don't know. I think I have to choose one. I can't choose one. The whole point is you can make great food on all these. It's just which one suits your needs, fits your budget. So get the one that you like the best. I'm planning to do a lot more experiments in the future. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on social media at Mad Scientist BBQ. I'll see you guys next time.